Hey friends, welcome to my page DIY Cross with Dar. Happy Friday! We made it. Sorry, it took me longer to get my stuff ready this morning than I thought it would. Who knows? It's Friday after all, right? So we are going to make our welcome mat. We're going to use ink, and we're going to paint it in. So I hope the colors that I picked for the flowers are okay. I might add the pink. My colors are over here. There's not enough room here. I have blue and purple and yellow, and then maybe I'm going to throw some pink in there. The colors that I chose, they have the shimmer in them though, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll just kind of see how it looks. But do you think it'll be okay even if the pink doesn't have the shimmer? Maybe just throw a little bit in there. We're just going to kind of play with it. Even the green has shimmer. So anyways, we're going to see how this does. I'm going to chalk it all in black, and then I'm going to go back over it. I'm going to use small paint brushes and paint it in, and we'll just see how far we get. So I am going to heat set the first layer. I'm going to do black, and I'm going to heat set it, and then I'll paint everything in. So if I don't get it all done before 8:15 is my cutoff time, because I got to take dogs to get them groomed, I'll have to stop, and then I'll come back and I'll just finish it later. But you'll get to see what it's going to look like pretty much. So I just don't know if I'll get it all done. I just had a hard time this morning getting going, so it's Friday. It's Friday. So how is everybody? Happy Friday. Let me I think my camera might be crooked. Yeah. I'm going to put you down to it, but let me straighten my camera. I think my camera is a little crooked because I guess it's not going to really matter, is it? It's hard to get it exactly straight. So these mats are the ones from Home Depot. Okay, I don't have the link right now. I can get that later for you. This pretty much fits in here. I tried to do the sunflower. I thought the sunflowers would look really good. You can put the sunflower part up here, but the whole sunflower at the bottom doesn't fit, and I thought it looked pretty tacky to not have everything. So, but I mean, I might be able to kind of work with it later on and see how it'll go. I might be able to figure it out. Anyways, let me go ahead and get to my comments. Let me get this shared, and let's get started right away. Hope you guys are all doing good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. I have those kind of days where things are just going slow for me. I had some messages to read this morning, so that kind of slowed me down for a moment, and then trying to get all my inks and everything, I was like, I couldn't decide what to do. I don't know. I think it'll be okay if it's mixed. Okay, got it shared to VIP group. Let me get my volume turned down, and let me see who's here. Hey Betty, how are you? Hi Dina. Good morning. Let me put myself in the corner. There I go. Okay, I'm going to make sure this is centered. I don't have a lot of room up here, so I'm going to work with my inks and stuff over to this side, because if I put them down here, for sure, I'm going to make a mess. I just know it. I just know I'll get stuff all over. So, hey Pam, how are you? Thank you. Happy belated birthday. Yes. And you know what? I even got to take a birthday nap yesterday. That was fun with my puppies. Hi, Darlene Barr. Hi, Lori Walsh. Hi, Tony. Hi, Sarah. Gonna be a scorcher there today. Oh, I wonder how hot it's gonna be here. I think it's starting to cool down a little bit. 63 right now. Oh, it's only gonna be 78. You're in the wrong place. 78 today. That's kind of nice. Kind of like that. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Oh, you can't get the mats in Canada, Lori. I'm sorry. Maybe somebody can go across the border and bring them back for everybody. I'm sorry. I didn't know that you couldn't get them. They are really good ones. So when you are doing Siri, go away. I wasn't talking to you. When you're getting a mat, you want to make sure this part is all flat. I don't know what's on here. I'm hoping it'll cover up. There's like a little stain there. Maybe I can center the letter over it. It was under my bed. I bet my dog's got something on it. Oh well, it's gonna be fine, guys. It's gonna be fine. So this is the best one because it is actually fabric. I have had one out at my front porch area that was out there for like 6 months, and it was still perfect. I could like spot clean it if I needed to. Okay, I'm gonna peel this off and I'm gonna get it put on there. You do not fuzz it. I am gonna fold my corners under it. It's just gonna make it easier for me to take off of here when it's time. So I'm going to do it all in black, and then I'm going to go back over it and I'm going to paint in my flowers. Okay, so I'm going to do my outline in black. Yeah, the entire thing. Okay, where am I going to put this? Down there. Okay, I'm going to grab this, and oh yeah, that's going to work out good. Right where there was the stain is the letter. So do not fuzz your transfer. You want it to stick really tightly. Let me get it so it's centered and even. That looks good. All right. Okay. I need to ask you for some prayers, but I can't really talk about why. Because they've asked for privacy, but I do need prayers. I need prayers for someone that's going to be going through surgery. I just I don't know how to say that, but anyways, please just say some extra prayers, and maybe say for those that are in need. Father, we ask you to watch over and guide the surgeon's hands. So that's all I can say. I can't say anything else. Can't say who it is, what it's about, but I would love to have some prayers for an individual whose loved one is going through surgery. And yeah, I think this is going to be pretty. I'm going to do it in black. Okay. So all of it's going to be outlined in black. I think that's going to be okay. Do you guys think I think it's going to be okay. I'm not going to do each individual flower color because that would just be way too much. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. I better read comments because you might tell me to do something else. Matt's from Home Depot. I will try to get you a link for it. I'm not sure if I still have it. I probably do in my emails. I don't have it on my phone right here, but I think I have it in my emails. This type of thing is really good to use. The 4-inch handled squeegee is great to use on this if you have one, because it's going to make your job so much easier than using the little teeny tiny squeegee. I love this one. I've asked for ones to go on the doormats. This is perfect. The size E was just a little too big as far as height. Width-wise, it fit the size E with the sunflower one. Okay, be really careful, Darlene. Don't make a big old mess because you know how you are. You know how you are. Okay, I have a squeegee here to scrape that off because it always gets on the back of that. Always. Okay, let me put that up there. I'm just going to be extra cautious with my ink. I'm going to be bringing in 1 jar at a time to work with because I know how messy I am. I am just a messy Jessie. That should be my middle name. Actually, my middle name does start with an M. Darlene Marie. Darlene Messy. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me just get some of that off of there. Okay, I think I got it. I went over everything twice. Now, I'm going to lift it up and see if I need to put more. Sometimes this will soak it up, and you look at it and you go, ooh, I need to do more. Because we're going to heat set this. And it does kind of smell when you're heat setting it because there's rubber on the back. I don't put anything underneath. I don't worry about that. Okay, I'm going to put that right there to this side. Let me just take a peek and see if I need to do it again. Oh, it looks great, guys. It looks great. Okay, see that right there? I need to go back over. So how's about if I just take my little squeegee and the areas that I need to go back over, I'll just use the little squeegee. Okay, so we're just gonna pull it up, and whatever I need to lay back down, I will. Looks good. Okay, this area over here, maybe I should just go back over the whole thing. You think I should? You think I should just go back over the whole thing? Maybe I should just one more time. I don't want it to bleed or anything like that, though. Maybe I'll just, okay. You know what? I am just going to quickly, I'm just going to put some here, and we'll just go back over this bottom part one more time. And sometimes it just soaks it up really quickly. And you need to go over, I don't want to get to that bottom corner and not have it be outlined. And I'm going to have to be really careful when I'm inking this. So I'm going to have to be like a kindergartner learning how to color. I'm going to have to stay in the lines. And I'm going to work top to bottom. Okay. And I'm going to go this way. Right hand, left hand. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now let's pull it and let's see. Let's see. Okay, the E. Let's see the E. I just want to be really careful about this part. Make sure I got everything. So I'm peeling up a little at a time. Looks good, looks good. My outlines are good there. Do not turn off, heat press. That all looks good. This corner over here. Okay, so this one right here. Gonna be careful where my fingers are and if they have ink on them. Okay, yeah, that corner. Yeah, keep checking your fingers. You know, you do not want to make a mess and have to put extra flowers out to the side. You know, that's always a way to fix it, or hearts or whatever. Okay. My little... And if you really wanted to, you could just leave them empty like this. You wouldn't have to fill them in. But I'm going to watercolor in. And like I said, if it gets to be too late, because I did start late, then I may have to just finish later. I got messages going on. My sisters are messaging. Sorry, it's showing up on my phone. So when oops, and now I can't lay that back down because I have ink on the back. So it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and pull. Actually, that very bottom, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold because the very bottom flower. Okay, looks good, guys. Okay, I will have to wash my hands. I have ink on them. Okay, so I'm going to take my backer sheet, and I am going to put the transfer on it, and I'm going to set that to the side to wash. Okay, I'm going to grab a Clorox wipe. I'm going to wipe off my hands. Look at how good that looks. There's my palette to color in. It would be a great wedding gift. Yeah, you're right. It absolutely would. I love that idea. The welcome transfer, I don't think it's on sale, but if you are a Perks member, then you get 30% off. But I don't think that's included in the sale because this was just recently, it was just recently released. Oh gosh, let me see. I'm trying to get to all my stuff here. I'm going to look for you. I'm going to look and see. I don't think it's on sale. But I'll check. I'll check really quick because why not? I need to dry this and then I'll heat set it. Okie dokie. It is not on sale. But if you're a designer, it's $17.40. Its regular price is $29. So if you are a Perks member, it's going to be right around $20. And I can give you a cart link for that. Yeah, I think it would be great. But let me get this done, and I'll figure out the mats as far as the link for that. They're from Home Depot. You can actually go into Home Depot and get them. Okay, let's dry. We're gonna heat set. So I do have like one little area that I think I'm going to, while I'm doing this, I'm going to try to use my stylus and just fill it in. Yeah, you can paint with, if you miss something, you can take a stylus, you can take a brush, and you can paint it in. So I'm gonna be painting all this stuff, guys. I'm gonna be looking at going, is that a leaf or is that a flower? Because I think, yeah, I think I can tell. It's gonna look good. I just hope I don't drag my hand through any of it. I am really famous for making a mess. It's just the way I roll. Okay, so you want to make sure this is dry before you heat set it. If you don't want to do this part, you can let this sit for a day or so and just let it, right here too. Let it dry on its own and then heat set it. You do have to heat set it though. You want it to be permanent. Okay, some people don't do that part and they just let it dry for a while. The ink takes a while to dry. It's kind of sticky. Okay, I'm going to need a great big piece of parchment paper. I do have my heat press. You can use an iron. You don't have to have a heat press. Yeah, you can just use an iron if you don't have the heat press. So, yeah, you can use it for anything. I love the ink mats. Okay, I am going to get rid of my black ink. I'm going to move it out of the way because, guys, I am just way too messy. I'm going to move that. I need, oops, hello, darling. I just have everything over to the side. Okay, I do have Clark's wipes that I am going to be mindful and keep wiping fingers if I need to. Okay, I think this is dry enough. I'm going to take parchment paper. This is parchment paper from Costco. Sorry, that was probably loud. Let me just toss that over there, out of the way. Thank you, Cheryl. Thanks. I appreciate you doing that. Okay, thanks, guys. We are going to put that up there. We're going to bring in our... Okay, so I'm looking to see how much area I can cover with this. I think I can go back and forth. Let's set our timer, 30 seconds. I remember it heat setting pretty quickly. You don't want this to be moving in case it's still wet. But this top part, the W is tall, so I'm just going up and down, up and down. So we'll do this for 30 seconds, twice in each area. I think that's going to cover it though, because I remember it setting up really quickly, and it will kind of smell like rubber in here. Good thing you guys don't have smell-o-vision. Okay, I'm going to go over to this area, and let's hit that button again. So you can just use the little tiny travel irons or a regular iron. I think I would just set it like at a medium heat if you're using a regular iron. Always protect your iron. Put parchment paper down. That's going to help it. I am trying to create a cart link for you guys. Copy the cart link for the transfer. And then you are going to go in and add any ink colors that you need, because you might already have some. Okay, let's go ahead and do it again. I'm just going to go back and forth on this and go up and over. Let's just go in a circle. I don't do this on t-shirts. T-shirts, usually you can do the whole thing at one time, but this is a large area. So we're just going to do it and then we'll check it. I think it's going to be done. I remember it heat setting pretty quickly last time. And then we're going to start coloring it in. Okay, so let me try it. We're going to use ink. So we're going to use ink on it. Definitely ink. So, okay. It's a little sticky, which just tells me just do it one more time. So it's a little sticky. We don't want it sticky at all. So we're heat setting it. Okay, copy the cart link. Okay, I'm going to give you the cart link for this. All right, so yeah, I wish you guys could get the mats in Canada. I'm sorry. I try not to show things that you can't get, but maybe someone can go on vacation and buy enough for everybody. Can you imagine if you're going across the border? Why do you have 12 doormats? Oh, I have lots of houses. Okay, I think we're going to be done. And then we're just going to start to paint. Like I said, if I don't get all the way done, then I'll finish it later. Okay, all right. Woo! Look at that. That looks so good, guys. It looks good just like that, but we're going to color it in. Now, I'm going to bring it just a little bit closer. I have different brushes. I have some that are really small. I'm going to start at the top and just start doing some colors, and then I'm going to leave my brushes over to the side. I'm sorry, I don't have a big enough area for everything. That's just the way it is. Okay, so let's start with some of our purple flowers. Okay, so this is, what color is this one? Yeah, I can't even turn it over to look at it. This is shimmer violet. Okay, so I have shimmer violet, and I'm just going to start coloring in some of these pretty flowers up here. This is ink. Okay, so I'm going to try to be careful and not go outside the lines. All right, if I do, I can go back over that, but I don't want to. I don't want to have to put my stencil back down and go back over that. I probably wouldn't do it. I probably would take a Sharpie, honestly, because that's how I roll. I probably would take a Sharpie, and I wonder if I can get closer for you guys. Let me see. Let me see if I can get closer for you guys. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I probably would just take a Sharpie and go in there. I need to have a little teeny brushes with the ends. I can't find anything small. I couldn't find anything small. So I'm just going to do a couple of these flowers up here. I'll switch. I think I want all these little tiny ones to be purple. Then I'll have my leaves to do. Like I said, I am paying attention to time. I have dogs to drop off at the groomer. Yeah, Stubby desperately needs a haircut. His eye, I had to work on his eye last night. That poor little boy, his eye gets glued shut with gunk. Okay, so, and it can happen like in 2 days period of time. His eye oozes stuff. He has problems with his tear duct. He always has in his eye, in his good eye. In his good eye. His other eye, it has he had the cornea repair, so he has the scar down the center of his eye, so he can't see as well out of that eye. So his good eye was glued shut. I had to put him in the sink, and I had to get a rag, and I had to get it all loosened up and get it all off. I didn't want to take him to the groomer like that. I was like, she's going to think that I'm a terrible mom. I am a terrible pet mom. Okay, now let's get some green in there. Okay, that purple is gorgeous. It's a shimmer. It's a shimmer. Let's see. You had a phone call, so you missed the answer to the question you asked. Okay, what was the question? Let me go back up. Yeah, thank you for prayers for everybody. New Jackson needs a haircut too. Let me look and see what was the question. I'm going back up. Going back up to where your question was. Thanks, guys. I'm not sure where the question is. Your questions must be way up there. Go ahead and ask your oh, the mat was from Home Depot. Okay. All right, let me get green. Okay. I'm going to put my brushes up here. I'm going to get my green. I'm trying to use all shimmers, guys. So let me get my green over here. I have a smaller brush for that. I have a lot of green. I have a lot of green to fill in. So I'm just taking a tiny bit at a time. Okay, so a tiny bit at a time to just color that in. Taking my time because, you know, when you're a kindergartner, they tell you to take your time. So that's what I am doing today. I am remembering what my kindergarten teacher told me, although she was not nice to me. She's the one that didn't want me to be left-handed. Can you imagine in the 60s that how they were to us? They did not want you to be left-handed at all back then. Okay, I kind of want to be mindful of, I'm going to just do the small little leaves up here, and then I'm going to do more flowers. Yeah, I'm just kind of filling it in. Like I said, if I, instead of laying my mat back down, I probably would just take my black Sharpie and go over any, if I needed to put any of the detail back in. Sharpies are good for that, right? Okay. I'm gonna be doing some, I'm kind of thinking that I need to do pink flowers. So even though it's not shimmer, I think I'm gonna do pink flowers. I think it'll be fine. I think that mixing my shimmer and my flat colors is going to be okay. Don't you? Say yes. Just say yes. Anyways, my sisters and we've been talking back and forth when I think I talked about this before, that you really need to wait when you're ordering a headstone. You probably should wait until your mind is not still fuzzy from the event happening. When they ordered my mom's headstone, they didn't put her maiden name on it, and they put the wrong temple, because my parents were married in the Idaho Falls temple, and they put the wrong temple on there, and no one caught it until like the headstone was already set and in the ground. And it's been bothering my dad. So he's actually getting a new headstone made because it bothers him so much. And I was kind of laughing and telling my older sister, yes, you better get that done, because, if you don't get it done and dad passes away, he's going to haunt you for all time and eternity. He's going to be saying, Dorothy, do the headstone. So they were talking back and forth. That's why my phone was going off earlier. Talking back and forth about it. So anyways, I think it's important, if it's important to him and it bugs him whenever he goes to the cemetery, that he did it wrong. They didn't put my mom's maiden name on it. So anyways, they're getting it redone. This is looking so pretty. Look at it. It's coming to life. The green. So this green was the this is Ever After. Yeah, it's Ever After. But you can use any green. I thought Scout would look good too. This green is Ever After. So it had to have been one of the, I don't think it's available right now. I think it was probably a color of the month. Probably. So I was thinking of using Meadow. Meadow would have looked good, or Eucalyptus. I'm going for bright colors is what I decided. I'm going for bright colors. Why not? Why not do bright colors? So yeah, little by little, I'm just gonna work my way down. Okay. I always have to be mindful of where my hand is. I should have worked from right to left, because being left-handed, sometimes you will drag your hand through things. So that's always a concern, that I will drag my hand right through the middle of it, because that's the way I roll. When I did personalizing ornaments and I'd sit there and I'd write the names, I had to be so careful, and I had to, that's why I have the Identipens, because they dry immediately. So when I was personalizing, I didn't have to worry about the pen smearing, because as I was writing, it would dry. And I also didn't have to worry about when I handed it to my customer, the ink was already dry. So I am kind of glad those days are over. I love the time that I spent with my customers, when I would be able to sit there and talk to them while I was personalizing. And they would say, you want me to walk away? I'm like, no, I want you to stand here and talk to me. Because they thought it would make me nervous that they were watching. I was like, after 30 years of personalizing ornaments, 30 years, yeah. It was actually 35 years of personalizing ornaments. It really doesn't make me nervous. I just do it. That's like this. Some people say, I could never do a Facebook Live. And I'm like, you know what? If you mess up, you mess up. Right? I'm going to do this one first and then go back. You are always going to have times that something flops or you go, oh my gosh, I just dropped that whole jar of ink on there. You know, I think that these are leaves, but that one's a flower. That's what I'm gonna do it as. That kind of, no, maybe that is, those are leaves. Those are leaves. I'm gonna do it as leaf, I think. Why does it look like a flower to me? I'm gonna do leaves. If it's a flower, oh well, it's okay. On mine, it's gonna be a leaf. So let me see. Uh Hey Debbie, how are you? Hi Bobby. After your health scare, John, and you bought your headstone. They aren't cheap. It is a huge investment, and you know that since your husband is in that business. It is a huge investment, and people really need to wait a moment and not be in a rush to get the headstone there. I feel like people rush through it, and they really need to just take a breath and stop and let their head get clear again, because you know as well as you know so much better, Sarah, you and your husband. He's a mortician, right? It's really hard when people are going through that because they're in grief. And so their head isn't on straight. And so maybe the decisions that they make at that time are not the right decisions. They should probably wait to do the headstone for like 6 months at least, is what I'm thinking. Let the person settle on the ground. It's up and out in the cemetery. Oh, okay. It's in the cemetery already. Okay, the brush is this is a cheap little Walmart brush. It probably wasn't a 12 pack. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Bobby. Yes. You're right. So yeah, it is just, I saw your comment below. It is just a little cheap little brush from Walmart. They have the 12 packs, and that's exactly what this one is. It's just really small. And so I'm just going to be coloring it in. I know it's a little boring, but what should we talk about? Tell me something. I'll keep looking over at comments. Oh my goodness. Tell me what you're doing this weekend. So my hubby got up extra early to beat the heat because he's going to be crossing the desert, and it's going to be really hot going across there, probably 110, 115 in some spots. So he was heading to Prescott. He was heading up to Prescott, Arizona, to spend some time with his brother and his mom and some of the other family that's there. So he got up at 3. I didn't even hear him. All I did was hear the dogs after he left. The dogs came in and jumped in bed with me. They're like, Dad's gone now. I need you. Okay, so I am being very careful, but I also can see that I probably have a couple of lines to go over. I'm gonna let that go off. Okay, so I don't need that for a while. It's gonna be a little while. I am keeping track of my time. I am thinking I'm probably gonna run out of time before I get it all done. Before I have to go at 8:15. I have to grab my dogs, drop them off at the groomer. Stubby and Sophie are getting their hair done today. Okay, all right. So let's do this one here. And some of these flowers are big, so they might be easier to fill in. Yeah, some of them are bigger. All right, I'm gonna do some pink flowers next. After this, I'm gonna do some pink. Let's do this flower and we'll work down. I'm just trying to work down and not get my colors mixed at all. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side. I wish I had a great big desk for all of this, but I don't. So maybe I'll start with this flower and I'll work over. I'm going to do some pink flowers now. I do have blue out, but I'm kind of thinking blue isn't going to look as good. Okay, let me open my pink and grab a brush for that. All right. Well, let me see which brush to use. Okay, so this pink is Dream Car, I think. Yeah, this is Dream Car. This is going to be bright pink. Bright pink. Yeah, I love pink. Okay, I'm going to sit down for a second and see if I can do this without making a big old mess. Now, if you wanted to, you could just totally go over the lines and then lay your stencil back down and do the black again. But I really don't want to have to do that. So I am trying to just color it like I was coloring in a coloring book. Okay, I'm going to look at comments in a second here. If you have questions, just pop them in there. Everyone is really helpful with questions. I have to really focus on this. Guys, there's a lot to color in. And I got a late start because, you know, that's the way it is sometimes around my house. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of ink out there. Yeah, I have to, you know, I get up. I have to get my dogs outside, make my first cup of coffee. Yep. I always have to have my coffee in the morning. You know, there was a while when it wasn't tasting very good. You know, I got really sick when I came back from Africa. I got sick and I ended up with COVID, which is ridiculous. I think I've had it and this actually was the worst time because I had fevers this time. It probably was the worst that I've had it. Not fun. Not fun. Okay, that's pretty. I like that. I like that flower. I think it's gorgeous. That flower is really pretty. So raspberry sorbet would work. Yeah, raspberry sorbet would really work. Your daughter's coming over to clean your house, and Bona's son is coming to help put in the new pool. Oh, how fun. That's great. Yeah, this doormat is from Home Depot. Yeah, it is. He's a mortician, and we hope we don't have to rest there. Yes, yeah, you have a long time before you have to rest there. Oh, Dina, going to Zumba. How fun is that? I love that. I love that. Yeah, some paintbrushes are thick and thin. Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, I get the pack from Walmart, and then I just use whatever I need to use. Okay, so maybe I should do a blue flower there. I'll do this one pink. I better stand up so I can see everything. Oops, I did go out of the line a little bit. That's okay. My kindergarten teacher would be disappointed in me. It's okay. You know what? This doormat's going to be under my feet, and we're really not going to see it that well. But there's a lot to color in. I was kind of doubtful that I would get the entire thing done this morning. But it's a good start. It'll be a good start, and then I can finish it and show you guys. So remember how I heat set it when I was first on here? I heat set all the black first. So that's what I'm going to do when I'm all done with this. I'll dry all of this and I'll heat set it again. And you cover it if you're just hopping on. Always put parchment paper over it. This is ink. So Chalkator has ink, and we have chalk paste. You're going to use ink on this. You're always going to use ink on stuff that you need to heat set. Okay. When it's fabric like this, you're going to use ink. If you use chalk paste and it got wet, then it's going to smear. Okay. So, and yeah, if somebody comes up and wipes their feet on it, man, I'd be mad. But yeah, it would smear if it was wet. I'm trying to see. Yeah. Oh, those are leaves from the flower. Okay. So trying to figure out what's flower and what is my green leaf. Okay, now if you watered this down, you would get more of a wash. You could do that. I choose to just use the ink right out of the jar and just paint with it. So I'm just painting directly from the jar. But you can water it down so you have more of a wash, so you can watercolor with it. So it's totally up to you what you do. It's easier for me to just paint with it. Okay, I don't want to get sloppy. See, I don't want to rush. I'm not rushing the process, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna have enough time to do the entire thing with you, but you're gonna see the process. I'm gonna do blue flowers next. I do have yellow too, but I don't think the flowers would really be yellow. Maybe some of the small ones, if there's any small ones left on here. Okay, there's my pink. Okay, so now let's do some blue. Let's grab the blue. Okay, so And my paintbrushes are trying to roll away. So the blue is, what is the blue? The blue is fresh, okay? And it is, oh, guess what? That is not, guess what? Can't use the blue. The blue is chalk paste. Hello. Darlene. Yeah, that blue is chalk paste. Okay, here's a blue. Yeah, that's funny that I checked like last second. Okay, here's a blue. This one is this one is brilliant blue. Okay, we'll use a bright blue. That's okay. We're gonna use a bright blue, guys. That's so funny. I almost had a boo-boo. Almost had a boo-boo. Yeah, Dream Car was a color of the month. Yep. So you joined in March. Oh yeah, that's so nice. Okay, so this, yeah, this was one of those colors too. Okay, so I'm just using whatever colors I want. I want it to be bright. I kind of like this blue, so we're gonna do this blue. Okay, so just gonna color this in. My kindergarten teacher would be disappointed in me. I went over the line there too. But like I said, I'm gonna grab my little marker. So even if it just gives you an idea and then later on I come back and I finish this whole thing, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know that there's colors. There might be wildflowers that are this color. In my imagination, there are flowers that are this bright blue. Okay, so you're the artist. You get to make choices like that. I could mix my colors. I could totally mix my colors if I wanted it to be a custom color. I could totally mix it. I like that blue. I think I'm going to end up putting some yellow in here somewhere, like in some smaller flowers. I'll put yellow. But yeah, it's looking good. It's a process, okay? So don't expect to get this done quickly. You're gonna work with it. I think I need some smaller brushes would be better. Should have grabbed some other ones from the back room. But it actually is looking pretty good. I might just put one blue flower. And that's just kind of my statement. How about that? How about if I just put one blue flower? And we could put more purple ones down here. I think it would look pretty to put more purple ones. And guys, if you don't want to even color it in, you can just leave the outline. All right. You're the artist. You get to make the decisions. Okay. You don't have to do it like everybody else. That's what I love about being creative, is that you get to decide, do I want to do it this color? Do I want to do it that color? That is a leaf, or I'm sorry, that is part of the flower. Okay. So no one gets to tell you how it's supposed to be. If somebody comes to your house and goes, oh, you should have done this, then you just tell them, you know what? You are very welcome to do it however you like to do. I love it the way I did it. No, don't be rude. Don't be rude. But only ink. Yeah, paste is not made for it. I almost made a mistake. Almost made a mistake with that. Okay, ooh, I like the blue when I look at it on my thing. Okay, so I need to do, or maybe I should do this one blue too. Let's do this one blue over here. So we have a small one that's blue. Kind of tie it in, and then we'll go back and let's do some more of our green. We have some more leaves that we need to do, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go back and forth and work down the mat till I get to the bottom and until I'm done. So there we go. Okay, let's do some green. Let me get my green. All right, got my green again. Okay, I'll sit down for a second. Up and down and up and down. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me this morning. I appreciate it. I love my community here, my people that support me and support each other. And I mean, we are a page that asks for prayers and prays for others. So if you are in need or you have family that's going through things, we're here for you. And you don't have to be a praying person. You can send good thoughts, whatever you do is absolutely fine. We are non-judging with that. So don't think that you have to be that way. We just love everybody here, you know. So this is looking so good. It's just taking a long time. It's a big canvas to do. Um, thank you. Yeah, the mats just take a little bit of time. It just okay, just let us know what a month. Oh yeah. Um on any okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So and I will look and see. I think that I probably sold all of my extra inks that I had in there. If I have extra colors, we will be having an ink sale soon, probably next month. I'm thinking that July is a good month to have a lot of sales. I am going to be going through surfaces. I have a lot of retired surfaces in this room. My hubby is gone. So I have a couple of things on my to-do list for myself while he's gone because I can make a big mess in the living room and not have to put it away the same day. Do any of you wait until those times when your husband or whoever you might share a home with are gone so that you can make big messes? I remember when Sue and I went through this whole room before and got it all cleaned out when my husband was gone. We had stuff in the living room for days. Okay. But this room has gotten out of control again. It has. So, okay, it's a given that I'm going to have to go over some of these lines. It just is. It's inevitable because I'm not as careful as I should be. Okay, it's looking really good. Okay, let me see, where do I need to do before I start more flowers? Okay, so let me do this big leaf over here and get that done. And then I'm going to start some flowers. I'm going to do some little yellow ones. I want to get some yellow in here. And then I'm going to grab my purple and start doing some more purple flowers. And yeah. Oh, let's see. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. Yes, so yeah, it works. You can walk on it. It is not going to do anything. I've had some of these mats out for 6 months and then I switch them out for like another mat, but I've had them on my front porch area and they are absolutely fine. It doesn't hurt anything at all. And if you needed to spot clean it, you could do that. But these are fabric. Don't get the wiry, brushy type, the ones that are kind of straw. That will destroy your stencil. You definitely don't want to do that. Definitely do not want to do that. That is not good for your stencil. It just doesn't work. It doesn't stay. It sticks to the back of the stencil. So basically these, what I used was we call them transfers, but they are stencil with the silk screen in them. Okay, we're going to switch back to purple flowers. We're going to get some more purple flowers in there. Okay, I'm just going back and forth. We haven't done yellow yet, but we have purple right here. Okay, so purple flower. I think I want to do one of the big flowers purple. Let's do that. Oh, I was going to do yellow, huh? I was going to do a couple of little yellow flowers. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see if I have a little brush. I don't think I do. So I'm going to end up using like the edge of this brush to just do. And my yellow is kind of, have you ever got any of these that kind of resemble cottage cheese? That's how this one is. Okay, we're just going to do these small flowers yellow right here. I'm kind of thinking that was supposed to be green. Yeah, I think that leaf was supposed to be green. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple of yellow flowers, small ones. I'm going to do this as a flower. Sometimes you look at it and go, is it a leaf or is it a flower? Well, on mine, it's a flower. Let's do this one yellow. Okay, so yellow. Bumblebee is my yellow. Okay, so just, you can mix colors too. If you have colors, you can mix and get whatever color you want. Like if you had one of the other purples, you could lighten it up with white or dune and make your own custom colors. Yeah, mine is wildflowers. So this is going to be like you're walking through the meadow and you see all these different colored flowers. That's what mine is. So my house really doesn't have a theme. My husband kind of took it over at some point. When he did remodeling, he's like, I want to put my fish pictures up. I'm like, go ahead. Okay, I think that's all the yellow. That's actually green. Okay, so that's all the yellow that I'm going to have on there. Let's grab our purple and let's do some more purple. We're going back to purple. And I'm keeping track of time. So I still have 20 minutes. Can I get it done? I don't know. Okay, so we're going back to purple and then we'll do pink. So we'll do purple. Okay, I have a plan. I do have a plan. Okay, so the purple, this brush is a good brush. Some of my brushes are better than others here. Some of them are. Okay. I might be able, these are bigger flowers, so I might be able to get this colored in. I might. I love the shimmer. The shimmer is so pretty on these. Oops, I picked up some of my green. Be careful not to pick up part of your other color. You don't want to do that. And I don't want to rush, you know. I don't want to rush just to get it done. I want it to look nice. Okay, so definitely make sure that you are taking your time. Don't let anybody rush you. And you can do part of it and then come back and do the rest of it. You know, that's what I was thinking I'm probably going to have to do, but we'll see. We'll see. What I have going on this weekend, guys, I'm going to go through this room. I'm going to pull out my retired transfers. I don't know if I'll get a sale together before I go. I leave for convention on Wednesday. So, okay, I'm going to do this flower purple. And then I'm thinking, or should I do, I might end up doing another yellow one. Let's do this one yellow. Let's do this one purple. Oh yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up putting another pink, or we're going to do pink in here. Pink, purple, yellow, purple. Oh, I have a plan. I have a plan. That's scary when Darlene has a plan. Okay, so I have to get my stuff packed this weekend. My goal is to get my suitcase packed this weekend too. So I have a list of things. Holler if you need help. Go take your dog to the groomer. I know. I might need help. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, so we have 6 dogs. If you don't know, we have 6. So I have to rotate them. So this week it's Stubby and Sophie are going this week. Next week it's Annie and Riley. And then I just have to work in Darcy and Marley a couple weeks after that. Financially, I have to kind of juggle them because it's not cheap to get dogs groomed. For us with their tip, it's $100 per dog. So it adds up pretty quickly. These are looking so good, guys. I am so excited about how this is turning out. I love it. It's a work in progress. It is worse than a kid. Let's see. Wish you could help me clean up the mess. Oh, Sarah, I know we would have so much fun. It is quite messy in here. Do your craft rooms get that way too? Because I know I'm not the only one that has issues with that. I know I'm not, because I've seen some people's craft rooms. I don't think I'm going to show you this craft room because there's piles here and there, but I know what's in each pile. Do you guys have that where it's like I know where my piles are. I know what's in each one. Okay, I think I'm going to do that one purple also. So I'm going to end up doing another yellow flower in here. I'm going to end up doing a pink flower in here. And this is looking so good. I'm going to end up putting some of my lines back in with my marker here and there. But yeah, this is looking better than I thought it would. I was thinking that I was probably going to make a big, huge mess in here. Yep. Well, I'm lucky that my groomer is actually 5 minutes away. It's just loading the dogs up. I have to put Stubby has to go in a kennel. which isn't a problem at all. He's pretty good. I put him in a kennel, and then Sophie can just be on her leash tied to the headrest. She's pretty good about that. She'll actually just sit on the seat. Okay, we are doing really good, guys. Yeah. Now, if I had been able to get my act together, I'm usually on at 6:30, but it didn't happen. I wasn't on till 7. But this is looking really pretty. I love bright colors, you know, and there might not be flowers this color in nature, but in my head there are. In my head, I'm walking through a meadow, and I'm seeing all these gorgeous flowers. And okay, next color, I'm gonna do what I say. I'm gonna do a yellow flower in there, and then I'm gonna go to pink. Okay, so I'm grabbing my yellow. Okay, pink's gonna be over here. Yellow's gonna be right here. Okay, my yellow is kind of like cottage cheese. It is not the it's not the consistency that I would like it to be. And this brush is not a good brush. The bristles are stiff. So it's not the best brush to work with, but it's gonna work. It's gonna work. I promise. So our groomers have been grooming our dogs now for, I don't know. I mean, we've been working with the same people for 20 plus years with various dogs. And way before, when we lived here before, because we moved away briefly, went to New Mexico, they groomed our dogs. I mean, our cats. No, we had cat. They did groom dogs a long time ago, but they groomed our cats for us. Before I became allergic to cats, we had Persian cats, and once a year we would get them shaved completely down because summertime's really hard on the animals here. It's just so darn hot for them. So you're heading for a pedicure this afternoon, so your toes oh good for you. My toes are just going to be the way they are. I'm not going to be showing my toes. My toes are just going to be covered up. I'm not wearing sandals. I did get some shoes that could be sandals, but I probably would wear nylons. I don't know the way that I am. I could paint my toenails. Okay, there's yellow. Okay, we have pink, and then we have to do our green, and then we'll be done. Guess what? Chicken butt. We might make it. So, hey Jenny, how are you? My stuff is falling over on me. I'm loving the colors, guys. I am loving all the bright colors. I don't care that you might not find these colors of flowers anywhere, but you're going to find them at my house. So I've been wanting to do a doormat. I think I have another doormat in there that I'm waiting because I specifically asked for a Peanuts one that is a size C to use for a doormat. I specifically asked, not that I ever get what I asked for, but I told them it would be a big hit to have a welcome mat with Peanuts, because so many people are doing these mats. I've done some and sold them at the craft shows. I did a patriotic one last year, and another just regular one. I think it had, I think it was more country-ish that I did and sold. So I don't remember what the pricing is. It may have gone up. Cheryl, did you see when you went to the link what the price was on these now? Because I thought they were under $20 before, and I don't know what they've gone up to. When I sold mine at the craft show, I sold them for $40 because they are a bit of work. This is probably more tedious than any of the other ones that I've done, with all the little tiny details on it. But yeah, it's going to work. And then I'm going to dry it, and we'll heat set it again. And then, like I said, I'm going to go over it with a Sharpie marker and put in some of my lines again. Just a couple of the lines that I've gone over. I can see them through the ink. So I'm going to try to look at comments again. Trying to focus on this, trying to get done, trying to beat the clock, Darlene. It's okay. It will be fine. My groomer wouldn't be mad if I was 5 minutes late. So, okay, that looks good. Now I just have green to do. I have, I'll grab my green. I can always come back and clean up later. Around $15. Yeah, I thought they weren't that much. You're really good. Second cataract surgery done and healing great. Oh, that's great. Sally, even the chain stores carry different stock. Oh, they do between the different countries. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't know that. I assumed that some of them was different. Like when I go to other countries and get my Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream, some countries it's made exactly like it is here with only the couple of ingredients, and then some countries it has the corn syrup in it. So I have to read labels, because even food labels, foods are made differently. I was really disappointed at one of the resorts that we went to. I went into their little gift shop, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, they have my ice cream." And I'm such a habit for me to read labels, since I'm so allergic to corn. I have to read the labels. And I was like, "Dang it, this one has corn in it." Okay, you really want to have a steady hand, so don't have too many cups of coffee before you try this part, because it is going to really get you. If you're shaky at all. If you're shaky at all, you don't want to do this when you're shaky. All right. Okay. We're getting there. We're almost done. Can you believe it? Can you believe I made it? Okay. And I might have gone over the line right there too. Sometimes, does your hand ever just kind of go to the side? I'm like, okay, I went into my purple. It's okay. We're just going to pretend the leaf was supposed to be like that. We're the artists. We get to make those decisions on how we color things in. I think this is so pretty. You might want all your colors, all your flowers to be the same color. You can absolutely do that. You might want to have eucalyptus, the light green for your leaves. You can do that. You might want to do black and white. Totally up to you. Okay. Don't let anybody tell you what to do with your projects. Okay. And don't feel like you have to copy someone else exactly. You need to, whatever your style is, girl, you go with that. Your style might be totally different than mine. I wanted to do bright colors. I was like, I'm feeling, these kind of look like birthday colors to me. I'm carrying my birthday over all weekend. Oh my goodness, guys. It's a crazy life we lead, huh? Okay. I'm going to be drying this, and then we're going to be heat setting it. So I'll turn on the heat press again. I just use it at 305, just like my t-shirts. Okay. I have everything colored in. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. It pops. That yellow pops. Okay, like I said, I will go over some of the lines with my marker, but that's okay. That's the way it is. Let's dry this. Let's turn back on our heat press, get that going. Let's dry this, and then we'll heat set. It's looking so great, guys. Let me see what comments I missed. Oops, let me stand up. That might be better. I love it. It's so pretty. It's just so bright and cheery. It's going to look good at my front door. For sure. Okay, okay, Dina says that her bathroom is a mess too when you use the kitchen. Soon you'll have because you use the kitchen, and you'll have your own office soon. Nice. Yeah, I have a couple of rooms because all the kiddos are gone. So I am lucky that I actually have a couple of rooms to work with. We have the shop at the back where I get to paint at night, because that is where the lasers are. So I'm always babysitting the laser as it's going. Yep. So, anyways. This is looking good. I can see it's almost dry. There's a couple of areas that aren't quite dry, but I'm going to lay down the parchment, and we're going to heat set it here in a second. It has not, the heat press has not got to full temperature yet, so I'm kind of waiting. But it's looking good. I can see it changing color. So it starts to change color as it dries. Some areas were thicker than others, so. Okay, all right, let me scroll up and see. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. You have a dog bone doormat that says dogs welcome, people tolerate. That's funny. I love that. And that's so true, right? Okay, there. It's all heated. I'm going to take my piece of parchment paper from before. There was no ink or anything on it, so I'm good to go. I'm just going to lay it down, and we're going to do what we did before. We're going to heat set for 30 seconds on each area. And this is the Cricut heat press. Let me turn it around so you can actually see. I have it set to 305, and I'm going to do it twice on each area for 30 seconds, and then we'll be done. Thank you, guys. I love it. It is pretty. It is pretty. And then I have my little Sharpies. These are actually Identa pens. I will just be going over some of my lines because I was trying to hurry a little bit. Plus, I'm going to say, ooh, I have black on my hand. Look at that. I hope I didn't get it on anything. What did I get black from? I have my Clark's wipes right here. Gonna do that. I'll clean it. I'll come back in and clean up all my ink when I get back from taking the doggies to the groomer. I can't wait to see them. They're getting so thick, and it's hot. So it's, it's hard for the dogs when it gets hot. They're Shih Tzus and Lhasa Apso and Poodle mix. It's a lot. Okay, back to this one. Okay, I'm just going to do each side for 30 seconds, and then we should be done. It does kind of smell a little bit rubbery because the rubber backing. Don't worry about that. It's not going to hurt anything. So if you love this, give me some hearts or thumbs up. I would love to see hearts and thumbs up going. I'm going to give myself a heart because, Diana will be here later today. Oh, nice. They're flying from Dallas to see you. That's so nice, Sherry. I love that. How fun. Okay, and then this side, and then we'll be done. I'm going to kind of peel this up and see. Yeah, I do have, guess what? I do have an area, right? This blue, I definitely got to go over. It kind of expanded, and it was ink. It kind of expanded a little bit over the edge. It's okay. I'll take my marker and fix that. So no worries. A Sharpie marker works. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I love you guys. Okay, we're almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, I'm going to check it. Let me make sure. Make sure it's not sticky still. It looks good. It looks really good. Yep. Okay. I think we're done. This one flower right here is a little sticky. It's a little sticky. So let's just do this area. Let's just do this area one more time. The blue flower, I think it was a little thicker. And this yellow is a little bit sticky. We're just going to do it one more time just because, and then we'll be done. The rubber could be from recycled tires. I'm not sure. It certainly could be. Yeah, I can smell the rubber just heating up. That's all. And oh, there's rubber right here. That's probably what I'm smelling, is that. Okay, this side again, and then we'll be done. I'm going to feel that and see. Okay, yeah, it's not sticky anymore. So the blue was just a little sticky. This is so pretty, guys. If you wanted to, you could lay your stencil right back down and do the black again, but I'm just going to quickly go over some of the areas with my marker, and it will be fine. You'll be getting another mat today. Good. Yeah, you should. I'm hoping that there's going to be a fall one come up with our Peanuts collection. Okay, I'm going to unplug that. We're all done, guys. Okay, and I made my time. So at 8:13, I got 2 minutes to spare. That's how I roll. Okay, I'm going to turn it around, and then I'll put you up to myself. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness, guys. I love it. I love it. What do you think? It's big. Okay, so it's big. It covers all of me. I don't even know. This must be it must be like maybe 30 inches. Maybe 30 by 20. approximately. Yeah. Oh, you can see my belly there. Don't look at that. Life without coffee. Depresso. Yeah. You don't want to look at that roll. I'm on a roll today. Okay, so yeah, so there we go, guys. Okay, I'm gonna head out the door here in a moment. Love you guys. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see you on Monday. Make it a good weekend, guys. Do something fun for yourself.